Hey, it's Naila, and this is Girl What You Reading. And today I want to talk about Black Girls Must Have It All. So let's see what's to it. So the book Black Girls Must Have It All by Jane Allen, right there. What can I say about this book? It is part of the Black Girl Must series. It's the last book in the series so far. It did come out this year. I picked it up because it fit a couple of prompts in the 52 book challenge and because I promised you guys that I would be reading it. And so I did. It came out last month. The two prompts that it goes to for the 52 book challenge is came out this year, and it also goes towards the last book in a series category. So I definitely picked it up and read it. Now, I have to say I am not a fan. I loved the first book in the series. I read that one. It was a page turner. I felt connected to the character in the first book. But in the second book, it seemed to lull just a little bit, where I was just like, okay, most of this stuff could have been fit in like a short story form instead of a novel. She got pregnant in the second book, and she found out that it wasn't a sperm donor. It was actually her ex-boyfriend who got her pregnant. Okay, that story could have been told without all the fluff of the job situation and everything else that came into that book. And then as far as this last story, it was about her being kind of a single mother, kind of not, because she still had the help of the ex-boyfriend and his family, but they were a little pushy. There's some interesting things that happen there, but it isn't a story that we haven't already heard about being a single mother. I don't see what made this special. That's the problem. I don't see what made it special. And therefore I was bored because it was a story that we've heard before. We've seen the movies, we've heard it. We know, okay, single mothers have it rough, obviously. They have to pick between their job and being a mother sometimes. These are all themes that we've heard before. She had to make the choice of if she wanted to get married or not. I mean, these are all choices that we've heard before. So honestly, that's the reason why I feel like I was bored with the story. Some other people might enjoy Jane Allen's writing, but personally, I just felt like it wasn't something new. It wasn't something that I hadn't heard before. There's nothing shocking in this story at all, and therefore, it just wasn't for me. I gave it 3.5 stars because I can appreciate it for what it was. It was good writing. However, the story was just not there for me. And honestly, most of that story could have also been told as a short story to me. And that's why I feel like 3.5 stars is the best that I can do with that one. I would suggest that you pick it up and make a choice for yourself, because obviously, like I always say, just because I don't like it doesn't mean that you won't. I did get a chance to read this one on Scribd. You guys know how I feel about Scribd. Of course, it is only $11.99 a month, and it is like Netflix for books. I read the whole series on Scribd, honestly. So you can actually get the whole series on Scribd, and it's only $11.99 a month. So you guys can read that whole series relatively quickly, honestly, because the books are not that long. But again, like I said, the story, it could have been a short story. It did not need to be a novel. And she doesn't say anything new. She doesn't say anything that you haven't heard before. She talks about how we celebrate birthdays and we celebrate weddings, but we don't celebrate our friends creating businesses like we should. She talks about that, and I thought that was a nice little touch that she threw in there. But again, nothing that I haven't heard before. I've heard that before. So I was bored. I was bored because, again, the story was it just wasn't anything that I haven't heard. So that's my take on it. Leave it in the comments if you think differently. That's all I could say. Go ahead and make sure that you like, share, and comment. I do love to hear your comments. I do love to talk and have those conversations, even if they are through text. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye.